whatever you do in life, do not say that something is impossible until you have tried your best and given it your all. Good evening, benevolent Toastmasters.
Good evening.
By the time I was in JSS 3, I already knew what I wanted to study in university. You know how our young brains work at that time. So I opted for the science course in my senior secondary school year. And when it was time for me to fill the JAM form, I chose botany as my first course of study. Because initially my dream was to be a horticulturist because of my love for nature and plants especially. But when I was filling the JAM form, it was only botany that was closest to horticulture in the list of courses offered by the University of Maiduguri at that time. When my JAM results came up, I passed with flying colors, and I got admitted to study botany. It was all rosy because I did not experience any delay except the usual ASU strike, where you stay at home for 6 months or sometimes even more during our time. I was so happy and passionate about completing my studies. It was all rosy, but then reality dawned on me after my 1-year mandatory youth service course. I discovered, to my greatest surprise, that my dream course of study does not come with juicy job opportunity. Most of the vacancies I came across that time were mostly teaching, and I never wanted to be. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against teachers. I just wanted to break the teaching cycle in my family, because at that time, both my parents were teachers, and 2 of my siblings were teachers too. And I remember it is not ASU strike, it is NUT strike, during Oshomori and all that. At a point, I became depressed because my expectation and reality were not intended. And both parents, grandparents, and siblings continued to encourage me to apply for teaching positions. But I told myself, no, teaching is not for me. I must be different, because there must be something other than teaching. Alas, my depression came to an end when I met a renowned lawyer who was curious to know about my plans for life after NYSC. When I told him my predicament, he told me, no, teaching is not the only thing for you. You just have to believe in yourself. You can be anything you want to be. I told him, but my plan is to be a horticulturist, and he told me, you are in Maiduguri, there's nothing like horticulture here. Except you want to go and farm. I said, no, I don't want to farm. So he advised me to go back to the teaching school and look at their list of courses and the brochures to see if I see any course that catches my attention. I looked for this big JAM brochure to see courses offered by some public admin locals. I decided to give it a try. By that time, University of Maiduguri have completed their admissions. So I went to University of Abuja, and luckily for me, I got admitted. During my course of study, I came across a course named Organizational Behavior. And that course piqued my interest, and it developed my interest in human resources. And that birthed my benevolent quest into HR. When I completed my public administration studies, I decided to spice up my CV, botany, public administration. At that time, IT was the thing. That was around 2006. So I decided to go to NIIT and enrolled in Oracle database, 10G and 11 and financial business. I was feeling like a pro when I finished. And to God be the glory, my quest for a job other than teaching, God's approved by the Almighty, because I got a job in a federal government organization, but I was posted to the PRS department. And when they saw my CV, they said, oh, what statistics. What I did for 3 years was just data analysis, extraction, interpretation. I got bored after 2 years. And luckily for me, I saw an opening for a HR position in another organization. And I applied because I believed that I had all it takes to get that position. Did I mention that I also did Masters in Human Resource Management? I did that. And I got that job. It was like a breath of fresh air. Because I was doing mostly admin and human resources procedures. I was so engaged, so much so that they even have to tell me, it is time to close. But in my previous office, oh my, by 3 I'm because by the end of the day, I can barely see because of the data and the screen. You know, the systems then were not this cool. It affects your eyes and all that. And I would say that nothing is impossible for you if you believe in yourself. I held on to my dream fervently and relentlessly. And today I can say that I'm doing what I love most. I would like to leave you with the words of Gail Davis. Keep your dreams alive. Understand to achieve anything requires faith and belief in yourself, your vision, hard work, determination, and dedication. Remember, all things are possible for those who believe. And I still enjoy nature. I have a mini garden in my house with over 25 species of cactus plants, exotic plants, and fruit trees. Please, whatever you do, believe in yourself. Hold on to your dream, and the sky